Dr. Amr Talaat, Minister of Communication and Information Technology, Arab Republic of Egypt. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here at Economy Middle East.
Thank you very much for hosting me. Delighted to be with you.
Wonderful to have you with us. Minister, you recently said that Egypt's exports of outsourcing services will reach $9 billion in 2026. Now, which markets has the country captured so far?
Right. Egypt has embarked on a strategy for building a digital society, or digital Egypt, as we term it, since 2019. One of the prime pillars of the strategy was to enhance Egypt as a strategic offshoring destination for countries across the world. Since then, we focused intensely on capacity building and expanding our talent pool in terms of numbers and also in terms of the diversification of disciplines that we train our youth to gain experience about. So the back to your question on the destinations we're aiming, or the geographies we're aiming, is across the world. And I'm delighted and proud to say that we've been successful in attracting companies from all continents, including countries that are known to be the leading countries in ICT technologies, in ICT, and also countries that are known to be leaders in offshoring, who now, because of their great success throughout the years, they have a skill gap that they need to replenish. And Egypt does loom as a very, very attractive destination for those countries to depend on in expanding their skill pool by Egyptians residing in Egypt, as I said, in various disciplines of ICT.
And Doctor, what will be the impact on Egypt's GDP?
Currently, the contribution of the ICT market in the GDP is 5.5%, up from 3.2% 4 years ago. So we grew from 3.2% to 5.5%. The way we have achieved this is by maintaining a growth rate of north of 16%, 1/6 year on year for the past 5 years. So we're proud in the ICT sector in Egypt to say that we have been the fastest growing sector in the country for the past 5 years steadily, maintaining north of 16% year on year. So by doing this, we increased our contribution to from 3.2% to 5.5%. We're aspiring to reach 8% in the next 3 years, inshallah.
And tremendous job opportunities will be created for the youth. But what other sectors can the youth seek job opportunities at?
There are job opportunities in all sectors in Egypt. Let me tell you how in the ICT sector we're enabling our youth to compete in the labor market, whether domestically or regionally, by building their ICT skills. Because ICT skills are not confined to people who want to work in the ICT field. But I believe it's now a common denominator for everybody. You cannot be a good doctor or a good architect or a good artist even without knowing how to exploit technology and leverage its advantages within your domain of expertise. So what we're doing is we're offering training initiatives for everybody, whether those who want to work in the ICT sector or those who want to exploit ICT merits for advancing in other careers.
And what's Egypt doing in particular to, encourage entrepreneurship and ICT sector to expand the ICT sector?
Entrepreneurship is another strategic pillar in our strategy. And we're trying to forge an ecosystem that is conducive for entrepreneurship and creative thinking. Mentioning creative, we have established what we call Creativa Centers. Creativa Centers are incubators and training centers across the country. Egypt is divided into 27 administrative divisions that we call governorates. And the vision was to have an incubator and training center, a Creativa center, in each and every governorate. We started back in 2019 with 6 governorates. Now we have 20 in 20 different governorates across the country. And in 2024, we're going to add around 8 more to have one, as I said, in each governorate. The function and objectives of these incubators, the Creativa centers, is to receive entrepreneurs, to receive those who have ideas, or even those who don't have ideas but are aspiring to be entrepreneurs. And we lead them through the value chain, starting from ideation camps to business training, to technical training, to marketing training, to seed funding, to come up with a minimum viable product, all the way to matchmaking with angel investors that would then contribute to their startups. So the entire value chain that is known in the entrepreneurial world is offered to our youth in these centers that we have now all over the country. So any entrepreneur, or as I said, a young man or woman who wants to be an entrepreneur can go to these centers and receive the training and start interacting with our teams there. We have all the multinational companies sponsoring the startups in Creativa centers, lending them technological knowledge, lending them their products to build their solutions on and derive value out of, in order to make sure that they can compete in the SME, the startup markets regionally, not only domestically. Has it yielded? Indeed, I believe it did. Egypt is consistently one of the top 3 countries in the MENA region in the number of startups every year, and in the volume of funds that our startup market has been able to attract in terms of investments in the past few years.
And Minister, finally, how do you encourage international investment into the country to develop those key sectors?
Partnership is the word. We partner with each and every investor who considers Egypt as a destination for investing. Since the very, very early stages of not doing the actual investment, but considering investing in Egypt, we partner with the entity in question. I have an organization, a full-blown organization that reports into the Ministry of ICT, who is responsible for partnering, as I said, with all companies who want to choose Egypt as a destination for their offshoring centers, for operating out of Egypt, whether to cover the Egyptian market or to cover the regional market. Anybody, any company who wants to or sees Egypt as the choice for their investment, we're ready to partner with.
Dr. Amr Talaat, thank you very much indeed for your insights, and thank you for joining us here at Economy Middle East.
Pleasure to have been with you. Thank you very much for hosting me.